Alright, folks, here we go. This is my playthrough of Buzzword's Pop Culture Week 6. Let's get it going. Question 1.
After this show's first season, the line, "It's time you let someone else do some giving," was removed from the theme song, "Love is All Around." A statue in Minneapolis depicts this show's
No, so Minneapolis TV show is Tyler Moore Show. Yeah, the statue is her throwing her hat up like she does in the intro.
In the first verse of a 1970 hit, this singer described learning about the suicide of Suzanne Schneer. His wife Carly Simon sang on his cover of "How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You." For 10 points, name this singer-songwriter of Fire and Rain, which appears on his album.
So it's James Taylor. Tyler and Taylor back to back. Maybe there's a secret theme going on. I didn't know he was married to Carly Simon.
This game's danger is explained via the analogy, first medicinal wine from a teaspoon, then beer from a bottle.
Oh, that's from The Music Man. Starts with T and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. Straight up lyrics from Music Man there. That's how you get that.
A chess set has this many different types of pieces. Starting locations for this number of players are found on a standard board for Chinese chess.
It took me a little too long to do the math. But I actually got it off the Chinese checkers clue.
This actress launched the pioneering celebrity perfumes Passion and White Diamond.
The wife Diamond's Elizabeth Taylor? It kind of seems like we got a theme going. All right. Yeah, White Diamonds. Elizabeth Taylor. Elizabeth Rosamond Taylor. Proper name of the creature.
Right. This creature is named in the title of a 2006 game in which Deep Ground seeks the proto-materia held by Vincent Valentine.
So that's... that Vincent Valentine game is Dirge of Cerberus. So, Cerberus. That is a specific creature.
This band claims the hand of God has struck the hour in a song paired with the instrumental Luke's Wall. Their bassist, Geezer Butler, wrote a song that asks, "Has he lost his mind? Can he see, or is he blind?"
That's from Iron Man, so Black Sabbath. All right, the pop music is being a little up my alley right now. So I'm not embarrassing myself on current pop culture. I'm sure that's to come, though.
In this show's 2018 season, Coco St. Pierre Vanderbilt flees Los Angeles with the hairdresser Mr. Gallant, one of 4 characters played by Evan Peters.
So I haven't watched this, but Evan Peters is in a lot of American Horror Story. They didn't ask for what the name of the season was, so I think it should just take that. Good. All right, let's go.
This actor became the oldest nominee for an acting Oscar for his role in All the Money in the World.
That's Chris Plummer. Rip Chris Plummer. Yeah, I think he basically got that nomination because he wasn't Kevin Spacey, but that's how he gets the role. Chris Plummer is still great actor. Knives Out. Amazing.
A song by this band states, "It's all your fault, I screen my phone call."
That's from Spiderwebs by No Doubt. All right, let's go. Giving me all these lyrics that I know.
This show included Sarah Silverman as the stalker Marcy Maven. In black and white segments introduced by the words, "Here's what happened," this show's protagonist explained cases to Captain Stottlemyre. For 10 points, what USA show starred Tony Shalhoub as...
Okay. Tony Shalhoub, that's Mike, or Monk. Never really watched Monk. Tony Shalhoub's great, though.
This character is dressed like Santa on the cover of the 2019 comic New Year's Evil. In a Christmas issue of Detective Comics, this man, whose real name is unknown, kidnaps Tim Drake.
Yeah. I mean, Detective Comics is Batman, and they got me. I guess in the comics he doesn't have a name, but in movies he usually does. Like he's Jack Napier a lot of times in the movies. I think maybe it's just the Jack Nicholson one where he's Jack Napier. Yeah, maybe should have went in after Detective Comics, but still got a nice 15 points out of that.
This rapper repeated Hotlanta, Smoking Green, Cauliflower on a track featuring Made in TYO and DaBaby. Hot Shower is by this man
I'm in trouble now.
whose marriage to Kirsten Corley inspired his debut studio album, The Big Day. For 10 points, what Chicago rapper made the mixtapes Acid Rap and Coloring Book?
Yeah, very much in trouble here. This is wrong. Okay, yep. Just no way in for me there.
A game in this series that includes the Operation Mad Jackal minigame lets players control mercenary Carlos Oliveira and
Carlos Oliveira is part of Resident Evil. That's what they were asking for, right? I hope so. Oof, kind of forgot. I forgot the preceding clause there, so I wasn't sure. I think it just said this series. So, all right, specific event, but not a specific year. So we might be in. Not really sure what this is. Sports aren't usually a thing in this. In fact, I think they're explicitly not. But I'm intrigued by this specificity here.
in a scandal at this event called Heelgate, women were turned away for wearing flat shoes. The director's fortnight is held parallel to this event, whose top prize has been won by Amour and Fahrenheit 9/11. The Palme d'Or is...
Oh. Yeah, it's just the Cannes Film Festival. Sorry, when they said Amador, I started thinking about horse racing, and that got me confused. Or it primed me in the wrong direction, because then Fahrenheit 9/11, which is a Michael Moore movie, should have primed me in the other direction, but I was set up wrong. Anyway.
This TV show's pilot depicted a custody battle over Hobie. In the first SpongeBob movie, this show's male lead parodied his role as Mitch Buchanan.
So I think David Hasselhoff showed up in the SpongeBob movie. I could be way off here. I might be way off. I wasn't. Ooh. That was kind of a risky buzz on my part. But I think Mitch Buchanan, is that actually the name of his character on Baywatch? I forget.
In a game in this series, Alexander Leland Kane leads a group called The Franchise. The protagonist of this IO interactive series, who uses a pair of pistols...
Yeah, so... talking about the ballers. What's the number? Or what's the name? The ball or something. But IO makes Hitman, so I'm assuming that's what this is. I don't know what the franchise was, though. Was that preceding the recent IO? Like back when they weren't super great, post Blood Money? Anyway, the recent Hitman games are pretty good.
This artist rhymes last night and flashlight with shack height on a song that describes big bags bussin' out the Bentley Bentayga. This former cast member on Love and Hip Hop New York is married to Offset. For 10 points, Up is by what rapper who collaborated with Megan Thee Stallion on WAP?
Isn't that just Cardi B? I thought that was just Cardi B. Okay. I mean, those giveaway clues are supposed to be obvious, but I was still a little hesitant about that.
For Halloween, this website has released 2 browser games titled Magic Cat Academy. In 2010, its homepage contained a playable version of Pac-Man in a space that often celebrates.
So that's got to be just Google. I think these are just like descriptions of the Google Doodle.
A villain named for one of these objects was disfigured by his own dust of death and used the cosmic cube to create the heroic falcon.
I think I may be way off here. I thought they might be talking about Red Skull. I think I went in too early. Oop, nope, got there. Yeah, because Cosmic Cube is what they called it before they started, or in the comics, I think they call it the Cosmic Cube, but in the MCU, it's always been the Tesseract. Or did they call it the Cosmic Cube in the original Captain America? I don't think they did. I think it's been the Tesseract the whole time. Anyway, I was uncertain about that one, but sometimes you got to take some risks to get points.
This show's first episode includes a cover of the song Girls Like You performed by the Vitamin String Quartet. The question of whether the season's true incomparable is Marina or Daphne is considered by Lady Whistledown on, for 10 points, what Netflix show set during England's Regency era?
I have no idea what this one is talking about. Okay, yeah. I've heard of that. Had no idea what it was, but I've definitely heard of Bridgerton. Oh well, still doing pretty good. On track for a little over 600. Should be a pretty good score.
This novel's protagonist is given the sentence, "I am," by Officer Shrift. In this novel, the Sound Keeper is defeated, and the princesses Rhyme and Reason are rescued with the help of the Humbug and Talk. For 10 points, what Norton Juster novel depicts Milo's drive?
Isn't this just the Phantom Toll Booth? Okay. I worked tech theater for a production of the Phantom Toll Booth and have almost no knowledge of it anymore, except the doldrums. I remember that from doing the show, and that the main character is named Milo. Oof! All right, let's get back on track. Let's get some strong responses here.
Flashbacks in this film reveal that Lieutenant Hurwitz tragically believes he's actress Ethel Merman.
That's Airplane. Should I make sure I'll put the right pronunciation or the right punctuation in there? Watched Airplane a bunch when I was a kid. Yeah. So what is it like? Nobody came back the same, especially him. And they go to the psych ward, and it's actually Ethel Merman. What? I forget what song she's singing. I don't think it's "Make 'Em Laugh." I think it's "You'll Be Swell, You'll Be Great." They have the whole world on a plate, and then they tranquilize her. Anyway, I don't know. I should watch Airplane again. I wonder if that still holds up.
On this TV show, shredded paper is put in a blender as a process for counterfeiting money is demonstrated to Rio. Its first episode depicts a robbery at a fine and frugal grocery. Christina
I think it's just called Bad Girls. But it's that Christina Hendricks show. No! Oh! It's the opposite of what I was asking, what I needed to put. Oh well. Sometimes you have the right knowledge, but you just don't know the exact right words.
This game's name was established by Edwin S. Lowe, who also popularized bingo. The game Kismet adds color to the rules of this game, which itself added Joker rules to earlier games. Small and large straights are scoring options.
I think this is going to be Yahtzee. Is that Kismet? Huh. Kismet had me going in a different direction, but large and small streets got me
In
back.
this song's second verse, the singer laments how my independence seems to vanish in the haze. It is the title track of an album that also includes You've Got to Hide Your Love Away and Yesterday. For 10 points.
It's Help, also with an exclamation point. Yeah, it's Help. So many Beatles songs I got stuck on. Basically, that whole time I spent thinking about the lyric, my independence seems to vanish in the haze.
In a 2021 Saturday Night Live monologue, this actor kissed Pete Davidson. He plays a character who storms Venezuela's presidential palace to rescue James Greer on an Amazon Prime video series about the CIA. For 10 points, what star of Jack...
Oh, it's Krasinski, which I don't think that's how you spell it. It is how you spell it. Nice. Yeah, and they were talking about Jack Ryan.
In a film with this number in its title, Tammy and Andy escape from the safe zone District 1. In another film with this number in the title, Jim wakes up in a hospital to find that London...
So it's just 28. So they're talking about 28 days later and 28 weeks later.
Pigeons melodically coo while the author of this stage work leads two men in a hop-clop. This work's subtitle calls it a gay romp at Berchtesgaden. The title song describes...
I think it's just Springtime for Hitler. Yeah, there's pigeons in that. Yeah. That's kind of a deep cut for going. Usually they do a lot of musicals, but usually it's kind of surface level musicals and like name the musicals, and you're not trying to name things within. But the pigeons in the German, that's what triggered me to Springtime for Hitler from the producers.
In this song, the vocalist interrupts a line beginning "Call Me Drake" to react to the beat unexpectedly dropping out. This song repeatedly asks, "Where's Ollie?" with the dope. For 10 points,
I think I'm in trouble
name
again.
this song in which Sheck Wes claims to be ballin' like the title Orlando Magic Center.
Just while there's one really famous. I don't want to say he's balling though. Let's see. I don't even know what they're talking about there. Mo Bamba. That's got to be a nickname for somebody, right? I don't even know who that is. I'm gonna look this up after and be real embarrassed if this is the actual name of a very famous basketball player.
After drunkenly crashing a party, a writer played by this actor is compared to an organ grinder's monkey by William Randolph Hearst. He played Orson Welles' screenwriting partner in the film Mank. For 10 points, what Englishman won an Oscar for playing Winston Churchill in Darkest Hour?
It's just Gary Oldman. I wasn't really on that one at all until they got to the Winston Churchill stuff. And you can see by my celerity that was the giveaway. So I just eked in there before they finished everything off.
On this TV show, metal from the Spear of Selene spaceship is used to build the bionic leg of the pilot Della. The witch Magica Dispel tries...
That's from DuckTales. Magica Dispel is from DuckTales. That was a good first clue because it had me thinking about like Battlestar Galactica. Way off, but then just Magica Dispel, and hey, there's my 16 points.
In a 2013 film based on a book by this man, Anton Yelchin plays a short-order cook who sees ghosts. In another of his books, Travis Cornell is befriended by a genetically enhanced golden retriever. For 10 points, what rival of Stephen King wrote the horror novels Watchers and Odd Thomas?
So Richard Bachman, I think, actually is Stephen King. Like, there's a Patterson out there. I don't think this is it, but this is just my guess. Dean Koontz. Yeah. I forgot about Dean Koontz. Not doing so hot in this middle third of the round, but we'll try to pick it up going forward.
This actor plays Hero, who rescues a girl from a post-apocalyptic nightmare in the film Prisoners of the Ghostland. He plays Red Miller, who kills Brother Klopek in a chainsaw duel in 2018's Mandy.
Oh, that's just Nick Cage. Yeah, Mandy, from what I saw, it's pretty crazy. Haven't actually watched it, but it's out there, man.
This singer claimed a film character always runs while others walk in the theme to the movie Thunderball. Another song by this artist describes what it's like to have fun with anyone and to be loved by anyone. For 10 points, what Welshman sang It's Not a...
Oh, yeah. Thunderball's Tom Jones. I just watched a YouTube series that just recapped all of the Bond movies up until what the next one is, which is No, that's the video game. And they, specifically talked about the theme songs in each one, and forgot Tom Jones did Thunderball, but he's probably the most famous Welshman, at least performer. It's him or Catherine Zeta-Jones, and I think he probably just ekes out Catherine Zeta-Jones. All right, specific word in a show's title.
In a long-running ITV series that now stars Neil Dudgeon, these title actions take place in the county of Midsummer. This was the first word in the title of a TV show centering on Jessica Fletcher,
that's Murder, She Wrote, so murder. Oh, it's the Midsummer Murders. I've heard of that. The way it phrased it, it seemed like it should have been blank in the Midsummer, not just Midsummer blank. Oh well, that's probably where a lot of people are going to get it, but I'll take my 14 points and move on.
A 2021 ad for this company depicts Elijah Wood conferencing with fans. In a 2020 ad for this company, a man dialing a wrong number is dubbed word-of-mouth advertising. Milana Vine...
That's just AT&T. Right? Milana Van Trib is the AT&T. Yeah. Yeah, that word of mouth advertising is real awkward, where she just goes to camera and says, "That's what they did before commercials." It's just super awkward. Anyway.
In the third film in this series, a villain driving a bulldozer is shot by special armor-piercing bullets. In this series, an ex-Green Beret who is suicidal due to his wife's death partners with Roger Murtaugh.
Oh god, it's the buddy cop Fatal Weapon. Lethal Weapon. God. Oh man. Fatal Weapon is the parody. I just had a blank there. It's Riggs and Murtaugh, Danny Glover and Mel Gibson. Just forgot what that first word was. Puts the pressure on when you buzz in and have 15 seconds to remember. Yeah, anyway, kind of falling apart here, but let's keep it going. Still got a pretty good score on the horizon.
This character was created using the brain patterns of Simon Williams, a hero known as Wonder Man. His wife supposedly conceived twin boys.
I think they're just talking about Vision. The comic book Vision, not the MCU Vision. But Vision is definitely part of the zeitgeist right now.
This band pleads Run Me Like a Racehorse and Pull Me Like a Ripcord in a song from their 2017 album, Evolve. They describe waking up to ash and dust in a song whose chorus follows the line, Welcome to the New Age. For 10 points...
I think that's they're talking about radioactive, so that's Imagine Dragons. Hey, kind of recent pop music. I got one, you guys.
A character in this film is berated for trading a medal for a bottle of wine. At the 2020 Oscars, this film won for visual effects and Roger Deakins' cinematography, but was upset by Parasite for Best Picture.
So it's got to be 1917 that Roger Deakins did, because he works with Nolan a lot. That was Nolan, right? Not showing a huge depth of knowledge about 1917, but got Roger Deakins, and that got me 14 points.
A game in this series included Double Deck and Big Donut in its battle mode. Sunshine Airport originated.
I think so. Sunshine Airport and the donuts, I think they're just going to be, that's got to be part of Mario Kart. Yeah. Battle mode. Yeah, Sunshine Airport, I think, debuted in 8. So that might have been the next part of the clue. But nice 18 there. Possibility for a best buzz, but I bet somebody will beat me. All right, specific term for a food product.
A European country's law defines this food product's creation as involving a process known as gavage.
Gavage is the terrible thing you do to geese to make foie gras.
In 2002, this character joined a Central Park group wedding with her boyfriend Leo, who was played by Harry Connick Jr. This interior decorator employed the wealthy alcoholic Karen Walker. Deborah Messing starred on a sitcom as, for 10 points, what?
That's Grace. Yep, that one. That one is. Yep. Luckily, with TV characters, you can just give first names. That'll usually get you a right answer.
A spin-off of this game in which the Orb of Dominance turns Archie into the Arch-Illager is partly titled Dungeons.
Villagers is Minecraft. And then Minecraft Dungeons came out a couple of years ago, or within the last couple of years.
After seeing this building in the film An Affair to Remember, Annie invites Sam to meet her there in Sleepless in Seattle. When a creature falls from this building in...
So that's got to just be the Empire State Building. Is that where... Yeah. I was kind of overthinking that. Sleepless in Seattle ends in New York. And then, so the creature falling from it must have been, 'twas beauty that killed the beast. I think going for the King Kong reference in that next clue there.
A widow with this married surname accepts the proposal of J. Jameson, the father of a newspaper publisher. A freelance photographer with this surname weds Mary Jane.
They're talking about Spider-Man, so I think it's just Parker. What was that first part? Yeah, because they talk about... Oh, yeah, J. Jonah Jameson married Aunt May at one point, I think. Spider-Man comics get real weird. I think Aunt May married Doc Ock at some point. Anyway.
This singer released 3 albums, including A Year Without Rain, with her band The Scene. She sings the opening lines of the first 2 verses of the Blackpink song Ice Cream. The #1 single, Lose You to Love Me, is by, for 10 points, what former star of Wizards of Waverly Place?
Was she on Wizards? Okay. Yep, Selena Gomez was. I just completely forgot about Selena Gomez. All right, 2 more questions. Hopefully we can finish off strong.
This character's first ad features the line, "Wow, I know, I say it louder." In a 2020 ad, this character's parents sing Danny Boy with her coworker Jane.
Yeah, so they're just talking about Flo from Progressive. So they're talking about Flo and April from AT&T in the same round. Remember when we started off and it was all about tailors?
Children in this film sing Nickety Nackety Now 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 in a classroom as antagonists gather on a playground. It begins with Melanie meeting Mitch in a pet store before driving to Bodega Bay. For 10.
Oh, this is the birds. It's interesting to describe birds as antagonists in that, which I guess is right, but it just seems a little weird. So that was my round. I ended up with 646 points. Left some right answers on the table with those Good Girls and Lethal Weapon buzzes that I just couldn't pull the right words for. But that's what happens sometimes. That's it for the gameplay. I'll throw it back to myself, and we'll see how I did for the week. Thanks, me. That was the first video I ever recorded of a Buzzword. Originally, I was doing it for a Twitch stream that we were doing during the pandemic, but now I'm turning them into YouTube videos. I did get that best buzz for knowing the lyrics to Spiderwebs by No Doubt, and ended up 19th in that week overall with my score. If you want to check out more of my videos, I got a video here that you can check out, and then the button up there that you can use to subscribe. If you would do that, that would be great. We'll see you later.